Hello, my name's Annie. I started Diamond Clean Team with Dee about 3 years ago. I latched onto her really and thought I can't let this one go. So we stayed together really ever since, haven't we? And been trying to build happy vibes, money, family life, everything that goes along with it. So yeah, that's just me. I've got a biological daughter. She's 22 years old. And also we've got these three little amigos that I've took on board as well as my own. So we're a little, well, I wouldn't say little, but we're happy little household sometimes with all the neurodivergent things going about. But yeah, so that's just me.
Dee, tell us a bit about you.
I'm Dee. We obviously run Diamond together. We've also got Biosecure, which is our biohazard side of things. That got set up about 6 months ago. And that's our little baby as well as Diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul's put they look like trouble then.
I know. I've already seen that comment. Does Paul know you?
We've been chatting. I think I've been talking to Paul. I still yet to come back to Paul about his products. There's a couple that I've heard of.
Shout out to Paul's products. I love the cleaning, the toilet cleaner. I can't remember what it's called, Paul. Berry cleaner it was. Anyway, can I ask you a big question? This is for my own benefit first. And if anyone else has got any help or advice in the chat, tell me. Right. I have not done any Christmas shopping yet. Have you finished yours?
Yeah.
I knew you'd say that.
She finished it, not me.
I knew he would say that for sure. Like I haven't got a lot to get because I haven't got any small people in my life. So I've only got my kids and I don't know, a couple of family members, but I have done nothing yet. I can't go out tonight, so I'm going to have to go out bloody Saturday.
Oh my God.
And it's going to be really crazy. So if anyone wants to do it for me in the chat, please just do it for me.
I got shouted at the other day. I come home and you couldn't see the dining room because it's full of presents. She was like, I'm bloody doing it again. I said last year that you could help this year. But I tell you what, she's got a skill. It's like Selfridges in here. You should see all the ribbon and everything. She's done it like to a T.
I need Dee at my house.
Fully coordinated to the tree and it's all Diamond Clean Team colours.
It is actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you need to put a photo up later. We need to see the photos of your Christmas stuff. And then I can feel really like insecure, anxious, imposter syndrome. All those things can kick in one go because I've done bloody nothing. I've got the tree up. I have a tree up. But it's not color coordinated or anything like that. It's just a tree. And we had to move the lounge around to fit it in as well. But yeah. So my other big question for you guys, and I'm sure everyone else would want to ask this if they were chatting with you, although no one's put any questions in the chat yet. I'm hoping they will. If you see any come through, tell me, because mine's about 2 minutes behind. How do you get your social media, your Facebook, so massive?
That has to be, I'll be honest, it's down to our eldest. She's our social media girl.
Yeah,
she's very good. I think it helps with her age as well because she knows she's 22, so she knows what needs to be put out there. She knows what catches people's attention.
Eyes. We try and think to do different stuff as well, like because it can get quite boring and repetitive. So we try like the fast videos or slow videos, or I think we probably do need to put more like tips and things on for people, and we try some interaction posts and things like that. And one thing that we do, which I'll do more of, is I'll share into groups. I do that quite a lot. So a lot of people join from like other groups. So like whatever area we're in, we'll put like, say, Burnley Buy and Sell, and we'll share into groups like that. And when we first started, we got a lot of friends and family that would recommend us. And we've noticed the more recommendations we get, other people know us but I've never had us, but then will still tag us in it because obviously we're getting kind of everywhere. So I think it's getting into people's heads sort of thing. Even if that person hadn't had to clean for us, I'd be like, oh, can you please just tag us in this post? And then like we'd have like 15, 16 comments, and then other people would only have 3 or 4. We do get a lot of hate from it, but you've got to fake it till you make it at first, haven't you? So that's what we tended to do, and then bit by bit it kind of grew, didn't it?
Yeah, I think the more cleans you carry out as well, the more confidence people have in your name, and like they know your work, so then they'll talk amongst people, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen them on social media. And sometimes I think you get people coming through, they don't necessarily go off the back of a comment straight away. It could be 3 months later and they'll be like, oh, I saw that post. And,
yeah,
you know,
we do get a lot of that as well. And we also find uniforms work really, really well. Where we go for like a higher end uniform as well. And I've had lots of people say to us, oh, you got good quality jackets sort of thing. So they think like they're getting a better quality sort of clean. I think from what you're wearing and how you present yourself goes quite well as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Presentation is like what people see at the beginning, isn't it? It's like with our vans and that, we make sure they're always clean and that sort of thing, because it's just like good presentation, isn't it? Because I think I was looking at your groups, and I think like Diamond Clean Team's got like over 11,000 people following. That's just amazing. And I think your new business that's only been going a couple of months is like got a few thousand as well. So that's super good and really, really powerful as business owners to be able to do that. So that's great. Someone's asked a question, and it's about your two businesses. It's Pam, so it'll be a nice question, bless her. How easy is it to balance the two businesses? And is it two sets of books and accounts?
Yeah, it is.
It's bloody hard, Pam. It's absolutely hard. Sometimes behind the scenes we're crying.
Yeah.
Because we're like, oh my God, we haven't done this for Biosecure, and this needs to be done legally, and I haven't got time to do this. And it's just really, really hard to do it. But in the long run, it's rewarding.
I think we use each other's strengths as well. I'll be honest, all accounts go to the accountant. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to make mistakes. So I just sort of peck his head and let him deal with it and give advice. And then I think when it comes to business, there'll be times that I sort of really thrive off the biohazard side of things. So if there is things to manage on that and that needs a bit of focus, I'm quite happy to say, oh, can I just jump on that and focus on that stuff for today? And then Annie will be like, well, I've got a couple of bits on Diamond I need to sort out. And then we swap. So we just kind of go with the most pressing things.
That's the best thing about working with someone. I think if I did this business on my own, I'd really struggle to get further on. Like, that's just me personally. Just with when you get to a certain point, because I think everyone goes through a really, really hard point, and it's either you make it or you break it sort of thing. And I think we've just literally just probably gone through that, haven't we? And I think some people can give up, but if you just keep on trying that little bit more, you can push against it. We
did used to have biohazard because we've been trained twice in that. We like, you know, we love to learn, so we keep on learning with things like that. We did used to have bio under Diamond, but then it just didn't fit with like what our vision was for Diamond and then what we wanted for the biohazard. We kind of just said, right, I think they need to be separate because the way that we deliver our biohazard is completely different. We do it in completely different ways to what we do with Diamond, and you know, it just sort of works. It is hard, but there are some pros to it, really.
Yeah, there's strengths and weaknesses to both, isn't there? It's not an easy ride, I don't think, whatsoever. But if you kind of determined and you want it, then you can easily, you know, keep on pushing forward.
Definitely. And I like it when you talked about, like, because you're working together, you've found that way through, and like how you recognize that people on their own find it so hard, because like absolutely same for me. Like, I work with Den, so if I'm having a shit day, I can throw that around with Den, and it's sort of like it balances it, or it makes me feel a bit better afterwards. One of us balances the other. And those people that are working on their own and having to make absolutely every single decision on their own, it's hard bloody work. And I guess that's the majority of the guys in the group, to be fair. Massive hats off to everyone that's working on their own, because it is hard. And you know, everyone can grab an accountability partner. You can join one of my programs or whatever, but even if you're not going to join one of them, grab an accountability partner, have a friend that you can call on just to ask, like when you have like that, I don't know, that shitty call or that member of staff that's causing a bit of aggro, find someone you can just like lean towards and help.
The bigger you grow as well, the more shit you get. You know, you get phone calls from customers, you get phone calls from staff. Like, our phones do not stop. And it could be something just so simple, like, oh, I can't get through the front door, or, you know, something like that. So it's kind of, it's hard, isn't it, trying to balance everything together, and it'd be super hard if you're on your own to have to do
Yeah.
that, the bigger that you get.
Absolutely, it really, really is. We've got lots of questions coming through. Someone's asked where you buy your uniforms.
We get it from Elite Embroidery. It's a
Nice.
Newcastle-based place, and they're actually quite cheap, considering really we have
Cheap
our,
compared to what we have paid for the
Yeah.
quality. I think they are higher than some places we've looked at,
yeah,
but they really, I think you pay for what you get with them as well, because if we have any problems, like we'll jump on a call with them, or we're emailing the really fast response, you know, and they can sort of make suggestions. We even wanted everything completely embroidered, didn't we?
yeah,
And then they said, actually, you don't need to, that's going to be uncomfortable, your staff might not like the feel of the material, and you know, and actually that would have bought them more money from us.
but they were
But
honest,
they
yeah.
were honest, and we really
Really
appreciate
nice.
that.
We
So,
get it embroidered on the front, and then it's like the logo and stuff and our number on the back. But what we also do as well, which has worked quite well, is get our girls fleeces as well, because when they go to the petrol station or they're at home and they need to go to the shop, they'll throw our fleece on, and the amount of people that have come to them and said, oh, could I take a photo of the back of your coat?
yeah, it does work.
That really works. So we'll get them that for winter, and then me and Dee have separate coats, just so we look better and with the bosses and the waterproof. And yeah, we have that, and we have it embroidered on the back, sort of thing. But all the girls want our coats, but we said unless the standards get higher, then they're not having one.
Yeah, step up.
Yeah, step up your game.
Come on, guys. I love that. So if anyone wants those similar outfits, or you know where to go now. Right, what else have we got there? Beverly, how do you get staff for the bio? Is it easier to get staff for bio work than domestic work?
I'll be honest, I'm quite anal about the bio stuff, just because there's a lot of regulations we have to meet. There's a lot of, it's not a job I'd just take any Tom, Dick or Harry on. I have to think about the staff's mental health. I have to think about, is it suitable for them? I have to think about, you know, has anything changed from the first site? So usually, bar a few of things we've done in the past, it will tend to be just me and Annie, and I'm quite happy with that at the minute, because I know that she knows the level of standard it needs to be up to. She knows, you know, everything about our method statements and, you know, risk assessments. She knows products. And we just sort of work, we don't even have to speak on a clean now. We just know what we're doing, get it done, and then, you know, and that's us after. And I think at the minute, until we sort of build up more, we're quite happy just keeping it us on Biohazard.
Yeah, totally get that. When we first started with our Biohazard, Den and I done it all to start with, because
Scary at first as well.
I wanted to make sure we knew exactly how to do it, because you can be in a training room for 3 days or whatever it is, and you can practice with pretend needles for 3 days. But the reality is, when you walk into that room and someone's died there or whatever, the overwhelm kicks in massively the first few times. And all of a sudden, all that training goes out the window. And you have to sort of like rebalance yourself, reground yourself, work it out, do it, and start to grow your own skills, because it's only once you start doing it, isn't it, that you really, really grow those skills. So we done it, both of us, me for probably about, I don't know, 8-9 months, not a year, I wouldn't have thought. And then carried on for about 1.5 years. Now we have other teams doing it. But again, it's not anyone. It's we do it via our commercial and domestic clean teams. We employ via the commercial and domestic. If anyone expresses an interest and we think they're okay, then we train them in the bio. It's got to be they're interested and we think they're right for it. Then we train them. So that's how we get it. That was Beverly that asked that. Someone's asked us to put a link to the
just typed in the name of it.
Oh, thanks, Dee. Dee's on it. Someone else has asked something about quoting, but I think I'll send them. Sheer Sparkles. What's the best method for sending quotes? I've sent 2 quotes out last week, and I've had no response. Just keep following it up. Everyone knows I tell people to follow stuff up. Follow up, but don't just follow up with an email. Follow up with a phone call. Follow up with a voice note, video message. follow up with a Christmas card, follow up, keep doing it until they tell you to go away and shut up, but otherwise keep following up. But not many people follow up enough. And Dee and Annie hear me go on about this all the time because I'm talking about it in the membership area. So let me have a look at my other questions. Have you got any, because you two are a bundle of joy and you're always giggling, you're always fun. I want to know if, and I think I saw a video of Dee dancing on a job yesterday. Was that? Yeah.
Her ADHD was full in swing.
No, that's how she works it through. That's absolutely fine. And I love that video. Have you had any really, really fun moments that you can share? Any weird things that have happened? Anything really fun that has happened during your business time?
It's a hard one. Can you think of any?
And it's like,
I think when we work together, it's fun anyway. Because I'm always getting told off because she's like, Annie,
let's just clarify who by.
by D. She's like, you're not doing that right. You're not doing that right. And then she'll just come in the room and do the splits and started cleaning a radiator or something. Dee's like very much of a fun person to work with anyway. So that we always make our cleans quite fun. That's it really that I can find quite fun.
I think the fun, initially when we started out, it was money. We needed the money. I've worked in the cleaning industry since I was 18. You've done care and stuff, and I've got a big background in mental health and things. And I think when we first started out, it's what's going to work around our family. You know, and then clients came in and we were happy and stuff. But I think it got fun the more services we added, you know, and the more interest in the conversations we were having. And then you'd hear praise back from people that you didn't even realize knew you. And I think that's when we were like,
proud.
Yeah, a lot more proud, and things got a bit more like, I don't know, your mood boost. So I think for us, the fun part was we were actually feeling, you know, successful.
Yeah, like it was worth something sort of thing, because when we first started, we was in a really quite bad place, weren't we, financially? So that's been quite fun, is us getting to a point where we are like now.
And I think the learning as well for me is fun. I love, you know, the biohazard side of things, and I love pecking your head about it. And I think it's the fun side is knowing that you're not just going to some house and just doing a clean for someone. It's like everything that you can add in with that and how far it can go. Like the cleaning industry is massive, and that is fun. You know, there's lots of avenues you can go down. So I think
the industry really is massive, isn't it? Because like there's the biohazard, the hoarding, and you guys do both of them, as well as like commercial and domestic cleaning. So you can cover, very similar to us, to be fair, such a wide range of stuff. You can be helping from the scale of an extremely hoarded home that may have biohazard in, to ultimately getting them to a stage where they can have like regular maintenance cleans.
Yeah. But we still don't drive, believe it or not.
No, and but someone's going to though, aren't they?
Yes. She's going to pass.
It's going to happen early January, because this is a deal Dee and I have
We have survived this business on a bloody bus.
You know what? Den and I have had this conversation regularly, because like you guys sometimes don't big up yourselves enough. You are absolutely smashing it. You're smashing it on socials. You're smashing it in business. I know there's been shit going on, but like you said, as your business gets bigger, problems just keep. That's the truth. We're problem solvers as business owners. But what I absolutely am so excited about is you've done this all without being able to drive. If you had wheels and could drive, bloody hell.
Yeah.
You are just gonna skyrocket.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely skyrocket. So it's really good you've shared that, because I think there are lots of cleaning business owners and lots of solo cleaners that don't drive, that are almost don't want to share that.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, we're all open and honest here, and this is what we want to be anyway, because we want to share the really good stuff about cleaning, but we also want to share the challenges that everyone's going through, because if we don't speak about it, people feel lonely because they think they're the only one. And just speaking about it, and people are all now saying they're non-drivers. So you've got people talking about it now.
Yeah. Because you feel like you're not going to move forward if you don't drive.
Exactly. And you guys are proof of how much you can grow without driving. And maybe we should do another like bloody session on that anyway, because that would be really helpful for people.
Yeah.
Plus, when you do
I don't drive.
Yeah, I'd say bring in people that do drive, that's what
Yeah.
we did. So
We don't take any
we don't take
non-drivers now.
non-drivers now. We was like, right, because we cover a 75-mile radius where we are now. And so we said, right, let's start taking people on that actually drive, and
Yeah.
we'd build the route up round them. So that's how we've done it as well. So even though we still don't drive, if we've got to go out work and we'll jump on with a driver, or I mean, we have got buses to places, or she loves getting an Uber, you
Or
know,
train.
or train.
Yeah.
We just do it, put our stuff in a rucksack and go.
Someone else has just said about Uber. Helen says Uber takes her around.
Yeah.
For 8 years. So I'm glad we've touched on that. There wasn't a plan to touch on that, but I'm really glad we did. And when you do drive, you are just going to skyrocket.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be really easy to go and do quotes here, there, and everywhere. If you want to go and do quality checks on staff, it's going to be really, really easy. If you need to pop, you're just going to be in the car all the time.
Yeah.
You just, because your world will just open up even more. Absolutely. Massive. So a couple more questions before we finish off, because I don't want to hold everyone all day. Hopefully they're on their lunch break and chilling rather than cleaning while they're listening to us. If you're actually cleaning while you're listening to us, let us know. It'd be interesting to see what people are doing while they're listening. So if you had a magic wand, you can answer this as one or each of you. And
different people, have we?
You'll get
like Dee's like, I have got a magic wand. What are you talking about? If you had a magic wand, what is one thing you would do to change the industry or change the world?
Create more understanding for me.
I would get rid of people that are not showing people the right way and the right training, and blowing smoke up someone's arse for money and not giving them the right sort of experience in the clean industry. Because I think when you first start, you're starting out with nothing and you're putting money into something because you want to get bigger, and then you find out that actually that isn't true. And we've been there, but we've made sure we've picked on like the right trainers, like we've jumped on with you now, and we're doing really, really well from choosing that, making that right choice. But it's got us into our 3rd year to get the right sort of trainer and then the right sort of experience and stuff.
I think it's just finding the right person that resonates with you as well, isn't it? Not everyone's going to resonate with me, not everyone's going to resonate with other people, or vice versa. But I totally get what you're saying about that, and I do always say to people, bloody check people out. You can see everything about me on HMRC. You can see I've got 20 staff. You can see I'm turning over whatever I'm turning over. Other people you can't. And so always, if you're thinking of taking on a coach, even if you're taking on a blooming cleaner, check them out. We would encourage our clients to check us out, check our socials out, check our feedback out. Not all our feedback's going to be great because we're not perfect. There are some comments on our Facebook that probably say we weren't great. There is always stories behind it, and you can read my comments back to them and you can see the stories. But everyone needs to check potential clients out, potential training courses out, everyone. And it's our duty to sort of make that effort. But I've made mistakes along the way with coaches and trainers. Absolutely. Like, not in the cleaning industry. My coaches and trainers are outside the industry. And I've had people say, like, I don't know, I turn over 20 grand in a week. You can do that too. Well, that's just bollocks. You might be able to do it in 5 years, but you're not going to be able to do it in 5 weeks. Because it takes time to scale up whatever it is you're trying to scale up. So yeah, big one. And Dee, you're one as well. More understanding of all of us, really, isn't it, as well?
I think it can go for clients, it can go for other companies, I think it can go for individuals. People are too ready to drag everyone down and have something to say, and I think there needs to be more support and just respect. There's so many people out there doing amazing. I mean, we know many other cleaning companies that are absolutely smashing it. We're really proud of.
Absolutely. And just like, this is an industry where we can all come together and be kind and respectful, or we can just smash the industry down. I know which one I would rather be part of. And like, I'm loving this week in our program in the WhatsApp group where we're all saying what we love about each other. The people that we're saying it to are finding it hard. Like, the person whose day it is that we're saying we love them to is finding it hard.
I've been waiting for you to put it in every month.
Don't worry, I'll get
Yes,
to you.
Annie, if you put something about Lauren today, I've got, I'm going to put something now. I'm going to put something now.
So those of you that don't know, in our WhatsApp group for our Platinum 12-month program, this week and probably next week, 'cause there's the 12 or 13 of us in there. Each morning I'm picking one of the people in the group, and what we're saying is, what I love about you is, and then we're finishing the sentence. And if you're in the group, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, put a post in here and tell someone what you love about them, or like we've done in our Platinum group as well before, send someone a voice note today, especially this time of year, or next week, and just say to them, hi Claire, this is what I love about you. I'm just sending you a message to tell you that, nothing else. Because we don't do it enough. We don't show kindness enough. We don't show respect enough. We just trundle on through. And people are having dark lives behind these screens. So many people are, and we all have those dark moments as well. So if someone just pops someone a message, and if imagine there's like 1,400 people in this group, if everyone sent someone a message today, not that they would, because they're not all going to see this live, but if everyone on the live just sent someone a message today, it would make someone's day easier, or it would lift someone that feels like they're in a hole today. So yeah, we need to do that more, but I'll get off my soapbox now. One top tip before we finish, one top tip you can give to the people on here now while I check any questions. What would it be?
What would yours be?
I'd probably say, no matter how you feel like you're going wrong all the time, because I've been at the, like, sometimes I could, every day I feel like I'm getting something wrong or not doing something right. Just think of how you've got to this point and how proud you are that you've got to this point. Because I think a lot of people can give up when they have self-doubt and things like that. And people do look at us and think, oh my God, Diamond Clean Team are doing so well. Like, I'd love to be where they are one day, sort of thing. But we've been through the same struggles that they're going through.
And still do.
Yeah, and still do. We, you know, don't get me wrong, we still struggle. We're not like at this amazing level sort of thing. We still struggle every single day. But it's just about pushing through and just taking it step by step and day by day. That would be my advice.
I think don't compare yourself, like just be you. Like when I first started out, I knew what I wanted my cleaning to be like, and I thought, oh well, I'll have to carry myself like that, or I'll have to have like these type of conversations, and you know, be a certain way. When really, I think you need to be memorable, you need to stand out, you need to be you, you need to be authentic, and I think you need to enjoy what you're doing. So you kind of just have to run with your own heart and your own visions, and sort of just believe in yourself, really.
I love that. I really love that. That's a good way to end as well. Just be you and love you. Really, really like that. Right, we're going to jump off now. Dee and Annie, I love you guys so much anyway, but thanks so much for coming. It wasn't that
welcome.
Thanks for having us.
And Merry Christmas to everyone.
When I turn off, it goes straight off, so I won't be coming back to you because it just connects. So don't think I'm being rude. I'm really, really thankful that you came. We have got, who's coming, not next week, the week after. I think it's Helen Young. She's got her Facebook group as well. She's coming in a couple of weeks. But everyone else, come and join us in these chats because they're super powerful. I can see all the comments today. It's been so helpful for that today. So come along. Anyway, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas.
And find your way through, guys. And we're all here to help you if you need us. Bye for now.
Bye.